Stage 2 load shedding is underway. Eskom says rolling blackouts are expected to last until 10 this evening. The battling utility implemented load shedding across the country last weekend. Eskom says it uses the weekends to catch up on maintenance. Finance Minister Nene didn't announce any further support for the parastatal when he presented his budget yesterday. In October, government confirmed Eskom would receive a 23 billion rand cash injection. Now, the Finance Minister yesterday acknowledged the nationwide frustrations caused by the electricity shortage. Now, there could be some relief for Johannesburg residents. The city is offering cheaper power during certain hours. National Business Initiative CEO Joanne Yawitch joins us now in studio. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Your overall thoughts and impressions on what the Minister had to say yesterday, particularly with regards to energy.
Okay, afternoon. And I think that what the Minister said about energy was a mixture of bad and good, as most things are. I think the first thing, the bad first, or the areas of concern, is that there were a number of announcements that really do indicate that we're in for, that there are a number of price drivers for higher electricity prices over the next couple of years. And essentially the increase in the electricity levy from 3.5 cents a kilowatt hour to 5.5 cents a kilowatt hour. The Minister did say that this is temporary and that once the carbon tax is introduced, it will be phased out. But the reality is that the shortage of electricity supply is likely to last for some time. So I think that increase might be with us for some time. And secondly, the Minister kept on talking about the need for more cost-reflective electricity tariffs, and essentially what that means is price increase.
What will all these increases, or rather the real impact that they'll have on Eskom and other energy suppliers be?
I think that certainly for Eskom, a move towards more cost-reflective tariffs is intended to provide Eskom with the price stability that it needs for the investments that it must make in its operations. But I think that for the consumers and for industry, clearly it means that electricity prices go up. I think the third thing is the issue of the carbon tax and the question of what its impact will be. Its legislation is going to come in, be published for comment this year, and the intention is to implement it in 2016. And I think there as well, because Eskom is likely to pass the impact of that onto the consumers again, I think there is a concern about rising prices.
On the consumer focus, the city of Joburg is trying to make consumers' lives a little bit easier. This electricity according to the day of use and charging you according to the time of day that you use electricity. What does that mean?
Okay, I think that where we sit with a country that doesn't have enough electricity, and in the residential areas in particular, electricity is used at peak hours. So we use electricity early in the mornings and in the evenings. And a lot of our challenges about managing supply in a situation where there is a constraint on that is that those peaks then demand huge electricities available for a short period of time. So I think that what the city of Joburg is trying to do is to create a set of price incentives to say if you only run your pool pump outside of the peak hours, or if you switch your geyser off during peak hours, then you'll get there'll be price relief from electricity. I think it's a good idea. Like it or not, as a country, we historically use electricity, and being able to cut back on non-essential uses during peak hours can only have a beneficial impact on the country, because I think that fundamentally what we want to ensure is that we don't need to load shed in the way that we are at the moment.
Will this at all affect prepaid electricity users?
Because it is a time of use tariff, it's not about how you pay, it's about when you use it. Yes, it will. So I think that's potentially a good thing. And there's a lot of value, and they're very easy ways for consumers and for industry and the commercial sector to reduce the electricity usage. My organization does a lot of work with large and medium-sized companies to work with them. We provide free services and subsidized services so that we can help companies to understand what it is possible for them to do, so that they reduce the amount of electricity they use, reduce their costs, but can keep production going. So I think that's where we're headed as a country.
We all have to play our part. Thank you so much, Joanne, for your time this evening. That was Joanne Yawitch from the National Business Initiative. Right, we look at stories making headlines on the continent with our East Africa Bureau Chief, Robin Creel, after the short break. Do stay with us.
Businesses aren't looking for a part-time bank. They want one that's either in or out. What's really important is who's there, standing beside you, ensuring that the challenges ahead are never greater than the support behind you. Whatever your needs, we'll be there, opening doors for you.